The rear wing should be for that car. He's had an adventure as Danny started on. He's lost the rear on entry. I think there's been a rear wing failure as he tipped in at the kink. Wow.
And if you want to know why, what about the airflow? As soon as you go backwards there at that speed, that has torn off.
No overtaking area. Nico Menzel slots into line. Early laps, struggling for traction. The cars shoot their way past. It's been a good start also for Bastien Boos. Hadn't noticed that. Boos up to 4th position there, right under the rear wing of Jaden the Jada. And that bodes really well for Lou Wei's championship.
32, still clean as cars exit turn 2.
So they wriggle their way then out of that 3, 4, 5 sequence down to the Virage du Camp and then back on the power for turn 6. It's a long corner. You've got to be patient and just gently get back onto the grunt.
Juncadella seems to be struggling here, and that Aston has got great straight line performance. So watch these cars now as they get onto Mistral. I think that green and yellow Conti car is going to have a good chance to get past.
Who has made progress, who has not? Mikey Porter has gained 9 places. David Pittard 11 and 6 for Picariello there in the yellow Porsche, coming under attack from number 51, and we go safety car.
This is where it's going to kick off, and that's the natural filter into 2, into 3. There's a car on the inside there as well, and there's just so much to dissect. And now look at that, Concertina up, wow!
And there, cars all over the road.
Oh, that was a very good couple of corners from the 55 of Yachi, who's back up to 2nd position ahead of the Lamborghini that must have run wide, and Anthony Liu sneaks up the inside up to 3rd. So a bad couple of corners then for the Lamborghini of Huang. Now he's on the big defence. Frankie Chen trying to get past him.
So they're racing side by side, 2 wheels on the grass.
And that's the 2 teammates at WRT. Max Hesse getting past Kelvin van der Linde. In theory, Hesse should have been ahead anyway because he was ahead of van der Linde on the grid, but that was pretty brutal. Van der Linde did not want to be overtaken. Hesse kept on coming, 2 wheels on the grass. So the Brands Hatch lawn is mowed pretty convincingly, but that was brave stuff by Hesse, and more of them trying to be heroes on the inside at Sterling's. Frantic first lap, and it is being led then now as they come down towards us by the... Looks to switch sides. Ahead of him is Dylan Pereira, who has now fallen back behind Charles Wirtz. Look in the BMW, up into 9th place. Pereira dropping back from the Gold Cup leading Ferrari of Tommaso Mosca as well. An hour, a little bit stuck now. He wants to get past Nessov. Nessov needs to get past that Audi. Look at this for the lead. That Ferrari is getting closer and closer. It was a second, then it was 7/10. Now it's half a second. 1 hour race, a mandatory stop, that window of 10 minutes to encompass all cars. But it's
really a very emotional week. It's been an emotional week, but coming back to Spa, for us it was also about...
Dawson's confidence is awesome, isn't it? But Tilbrook, now the first car Dawson's caught, that's for championship potentially. So Tilbrook is going to be robust. He's going to be fired up. He's closing the door left and right. Dawson trying to fill the space, trying to spot the gap. We're going to get a run. Tilbrook with a huge number. Oh no! Turns him around, and that's going to be damage. Tilbrook does well. He's going to get in the gravel. He should get out of it. Is there going to be more damage on that McLaren? Whose fault was that?
It's popped the radiator grill off, I think, hasn't it? Hopefully nothing more.
To the chicane, contact. Nick Jones and Mike Price, and it's the Porsche that's going to come off worst. Kaboom! Into the tyres.
Big one.
Gets airborne. Big indeed. That's going to put debris on the road. I would fear that's going to have done a rad and put coolant and liquid on the road as well. And it's come to grief right slap bang in the middle.
Through on with him. So AMG Mercedes 1, 2, BMW 3, AMG Mercedes 4, 5, then the McLaren, then the Corvette, then the Porsche. And the rest are all playing catch-up about 3/4 of a lap ahead.
Looks a bit bizarre, doesn't it? That's the top 9 that were on the lead lap when that BMW M safety car came out. Everyone else at full race speed now coming to the chase. The first car in that line is Bastien Boos. Excuse me, is the 10th place car.
And that was Ben Green, I think, on Jaden Ajada again, and has to go defensive on Bastien Boos. But Sims is really useful here, because as a teammate to the 99, he can start being really naughty and getting all over the back of Bastien Boos, distracting him from attacking his teammate. In the end of the day, 2 brothers in that 99 and 66 car, the 2 princes There will be absolute...
Go on the inside, gets a face full of Ferrari. Frederick Schandorf clambers over the curb, so does Boos. This is getting all very, very, very sketchy at times, but you can see the commitment being put in. Schandorf is under massive pressure. Boos, massive attack, and Van der Linde just waiting for the opportunity to present, and he in turn is being caught now by Valentino Rossi, having a 9th place in his BMW. Now Boos under the rear wing of the Ferrari this time. He's Murray on the inside, leans on the Porsche. Cairoli's going to try and find a way through. He's up the inside, that's going to be outside. Damage to the Porsche though now. Look, the front of Sven Muller's car has been damaged by rubbing up against the Ferrari. The front balance has dipped, and all of a sudden it's going to change the situation massively. It's not dragging on the ground quite, but that's going to be an evil handling Porsche. Things get turned upside down yet again.
Rio 7th, Luwei 8th, Hiddebon in 9th, and Nazim Azman in 10th position. Green flag and racing once more here in Beijing. Just a couple of laps before we open the pit window, and we'll get our AM drivers out and put our pros in. And who's looking? Oh! Big crash between our leading two into turn 1. Anthony Liu has been caught out by Andy Dung.
Dorian Moccolacci versus Jordan Pepper. The BMW gets the inside line coming up towards Paddock, and Jordan Pepper booms past then. Through he goes. So Pepper grinds his way through the right-hander of Paddock Hill Bend, gets himself ahead of Moccolacci, and now up towards Druids. The way that Jordan has gone thus far this weekend suggests he might be able to get away now. So powering now out of Westfield through Dingledell, 4th, 5th, 6th, McLaren BMW. Druids then, look, you can see there, Porsche on the attack as they drop now down towards Graham Hill Bend. That, number 9, is Alexei Nesov, and he's trying to get back past Charles Weirs. Indeed so. We saw Matteo Michelotto spin on the opening lap at Druids. He was touched, we understand, by Luca Engschler. He's been given a 10-second hold on his pit stop for causing the collision. This is Lucas Auer's view then as he comes up towards the line. Alexei Nesov on the attack then to try to go around the outside as they get up towards Paddock. Porsche late on the brakes. Auer trying to find a gap on the inside. No way through.
A lot of damage to the barriers there. And that's going to take quite a while to repair. So I suspect we'll be under code 60 for quite a long time. And it also explains why there was quite so much damage there, because Schwedenkreuz is so fast.
You might be thinking, why was there an SUV with yellow light bar on the roof of the car, as now Verstappen goes side by side with Jesse Kroen's 2 wheels on the grass. Can he make it stick going up the hill through
situation? It's fairly straightforward though. Whoever finishes ahead of the other out of these two teams really should end up walking away with the championship at the end of the day. At the moment it's Advantage Century, but that of course is a teammate car to the number 90, which is challenging them, so that's an extra little layer of spice to add to that. McLaren will lead. They're 3 abreast in the mid-pack, and this is Darren Leung. He was 5th on the grid. He's going for 3rd already, to the inside of Petrobelli. To the outside was Alex Martin. Leung backed out of it sensibly, I think, with Charles Dawson picking up 1 spot to 6th. The championship leaders having won the season opener at Donington Park. The blue and pink Mercedes gaining ground already in GT4. It looks like Mahiki have held on to the early race lead as they file their way through the Maggots and Beckett sequence for the first time and out onto the Hangar Straight. Century Motorsport are 2nd. So
Replay coming down the final corners.
Oh no,
something's happened there.
Something's broken there.
Much more than cold tyres.
Stuck throttle?
David Crampton at the wheel, either stuck throttle or not enough brake in the car. So that's a weird one.
He bailed out that really early, didn't he, Garth? So he knew something was the matter there. That's not driver error.
James Ukwai behind him. So the 45 not having a particularly great start. In fact, it's as though he's lost a couple more positions to Kanamari and Hussein, the 45 Audi. We've got a safety car.
That seems to go 90 right, sorry, 90 left I should say, and bang into the wall, but glanced across the front of other cars as it went to the wall. There is Baptiste Moulin coming the other way into the barrier, and if you're in the middle of the pack, where do you go? Because there are cars now either side, and there's debris being Bian Schiller, and there Adam Smalley losing out as past him. Now goes number 9 and Mikael Grenny, so that's a change of place for 4th. Now 3rd, and Smalley fights back, goes back through on the inside.
There on the evidence I've seen, and you could see the Winwood Man Filter team in disbelief. But I feel Maranello probably knows deep down, not that he would admit to us, that was the right decision from race control.
Only a little bit of airflow going through the cars. It's a challenge for these drivers. The challenge is coming from the likes of the bumps here into turn 1, 2 big bumps as you cross over the canal underneath you. there's a little bit of a bump starting to develop into turn number 3 under the braking zone there as you turn and brake at the same.
As the cars come up towards the line, race 2 in GT World Challenge Europe Sprint Cup is go, and a good start is made by Bastian Boost, but here comes Chris Lullum up on the outside line. Lullum can't go all the way around the outside. What about Engel to do the same thing to Max Hesse? Yes, he can. Brave, brave, brave by Mauro Engel up towards Druids. Lullum goes to the outside in the blue and red Mercedes AMG. Bastian Boost hangs on to the race lead. Boccolacci has gone wide in the Butson Porsche, and he's been railroaded back down the queue into Graham Hill Band. Lullum is still on his toes, and Kirchhofer dives up